welcome back. I hope you guys, as always, are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 34,000 subscribers. We have just hit 33. Super excited, and I would love you guys to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe right now and join the fam. And also, guys, go follow me, and all my social media links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, so go follow me in all of those. And I'm coming back at you guys with another scary story. Scary, not so much. Disturbing, yeah, a little bit. But yeah, we're talking about the scary story. But before we get started, guys, we have to jump right over to Paranormal America. Welcome to Paranormal America. And today we're talking about a story which is probably one of my biggest fears, and I know it's a lot of people's biggest fear, and it is called Buried Alive. And this story goes, there's a cute little old man and a cute little old woman. They've been married for years and years and years and years. They love each other so much. You know that little couple you see walking down the street still holding hands, and they're like almost 90 years old? We're talking about them. So they're a little couple. They've had a really long, happy life together. They're so in love. They live in this little town, just outside of this little town, in a little house, in the middle of nowhere. And they're happy. They love each other so much. They know each other's secrets. They know everything about each other. They even finish each other's sentences. That's how well these guys know each other. So they're obviously very in love. Like, it's amazing. It's a beautiful relationship. They've been married for so long, until the woman starts getting sick. Now, when you get older, you get sick more and more and more. So the guy often spends his time nursing his wife to help her get better again whenever she gets sick. But not this time. Sadly, she passes away. She dies. The doctor comes around and confirms that she is dead. She's dead. She's flatlined. So the guy is obviously devastated. He's brokenhearted. He starts arranging a small little service and a funeral. So they do what they have to do. They have a funeral, and they bury her. Now, he is so devastated seeing the coffin going into the ground. So devastated that he tries to jump in after her, and all his family and friends are having to hold him back. So it's really sad. He's going through a lot of stress right now, and that's obviously not good for him, being his age, his mental health, his heart problems, whatever he's got. It's not going to be good. There's going to be side effects of losing somebody like this. It's going to be like losing half of your body, because you become something, when you're married that long. So he's devastated. He returns home to a cold, eerie, dark, lonely house. He just doesn't feel right. He goes to bed, and later that night, on the day she was buried, he wakes up to the sound of scratching. He doesn't know where it's coming from. So he turns over in his bed, and to his surprise, to his shock, he sees the horrific sight of his wife outside the bedroom window, tapping on the window and scratching down the window. Her face has no eyes. Her eyes have gone hollow, like they're not even there. And her mouth is open, like she's midway in the biggest scream ever, kind of like The Grudge. The mouth is open. It's so he's obviously in a lot of shock. The next day he calls the doctor. He's like, please, I need you to dig up my wife. I have a really bad feeling about this. The doctors say, no, you can't dig up people who are dead. You can't. She's gone. You're just going through a massive amount of depression right now. You're hallucinating. You're having bad dreams. Just give it a little while longer. You're going through a really traumatic experience. So this is what it is that's happening to you. It carries on. Every night he goes to bed, he sees his wife scratching against the window, her mouth stretched open in the middle of a scream, like a frozen scream, and her eyes are completely hollow, almost as if they're not there. He's so disturbed by this that he has enough. He gets up, he takes a shovel, and he goes out to the grave himself. He attempts to dig her up to make sure, because he's got a really bad feeling about this, but he knows that she was announced dead. So he starts digging her up. He finally gets down to the coffin, and as he opens the coffin, to his horrible surprise, he sees his wife with her hands up. Her fingers are completely like as if she scraped them to the bone. There's blood and everything, like she scraped them to the bone. She's clawed away. There's scratch marks on the door of this coffin. Her eyes are wide open but hollow because she's dead now. Her mouth was open in a frozen scream. So she was like with her mouth open, her eyes like frosted, like glazed when somebody's dead, and her fingers were completely shaved down to the bone. She was buried alive, and she was scratching her way out. She must have died of lack of oxygen, probably. Her spirit was coming to let him know what happened by scraping on his window. And then forevermore, I guess that just kept happening to him. Every single night he would see his wife scraping at the glass of the bedroom window. Pretty scary story, huh, guys? What did you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. I personally thought it was pretty sad. It is a very sad story. Anything sad when it comes to like old people and one of them dies. It's a very sad story, but it is kind of disturbing at the same time. Being buried alive is definitely one of my biggest fears. Like, I couldn't imagine being in a coffin so many feet, like 6 feet under the ground. It must be horrible. It must be horrible. It's definitely one of my biggest fears. But let me know what you guys think of the story. I don't know if this is true or not, but it's definitely interesting. I mean, obviously today they would do a little more on you, where they cut you up and stuff to see what the cause of death was. But this was probably going back like a long time ago, or early 1900s, definitely. 'Cause back when they didn't really know what they were doing, they probably just went by the fact that she had no pulse. It was like, yeah, she's dead. Put the blanket over her face. But there has been, and probably is still happening, occasions of people dying, and then they come back to life like 15 minutes later. Their heart starts pumping again. It's weird. Some things are really weird. So maybe that was a case with this woman. I don't know. It's hard to understand. Obviously the doctor wasn't a very good doctor, but like I said, maybe it was back in the early 1900s. But it's pretty disturbing and a little sad. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, whether it's real or not. Let me know. That is question of the day. Magic 8 Ball, do you believe that this story was true? Concentrate and ask again. Magic 8 Ball, do you believe this story was true? It is decidedly so. There you go, guys. There is your answer to the question. Well, let me know what you guys think. Obviously, that thing's really doesn't tell the truth, but it's kind of cool just to play with. And also, you guys know I've started this thing called Random Fact of the Day. And speaking of dying, did you know that your heart beats more than 100,000 beats a day? That's your Random Fact of the Day, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's see if we can go for 3 whole likes on this video. And if you are new here, subscribe if you haven't already done that. I would love you guys to join me on this journey, and I will see you guys in the next video. Remember the most important thing: chase your dreams.